What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on sports, and it is Browns Sim time. Week number 5, another home game for the Browns, who are 3-1 in our Sim season. There's a beautiful look at a beautiful day at Huntington Bank Field. Its days are numbered, of course, as the hole in the ground at Brook Park has started to be dug. You get a guitar smash here. Browns at 3-1 on our young Sim season. Again, this is the 2026 Sim season, after I played the role of Andrew Berry, playing general manager. Going through the whole draft, there's Robert Saleh, new coach of the Tennessee Titans, and they've spent a lot of money in free agency here in our virtual offseason as well. I'll tell you about some of their additions to the roster as done by me. None of the real guys, unless we happen to get lucky, like the re-signing of Tevin Jenkins. None of the real free agents for the Browns will be on the team, just so that you know this is all done by me. We'll do the real free agents and draft picks and stuff when we get into the summer. So appreciate you being on. Let's kick this thing off. Browns are 3-1. Titans 3-1 as well. Welcome in, Mitchell. You caught one from the very beginning, indeed. Go Browns. Browns will start out on defense. Going to wear the orange pants here. Here's Cam Ward. Second season for him. They went out and tried to get him some weapons. Jacoby Myers will be his top receiving target, as well as the emergence of Chimeriet Dike as well. Gunnar Helm, the top tight end. Tony Pollard is back as his top running back. Spent a decent amount, including Ike Ekwonu, free agent left tackle from the Panthers, from the first-round pick, to anchor the line as Pollard busts through the middle, and he'll be tackled from behind by Ward for a gain of 12 for Tony Pollard, and a first down for the Titans on their first play of the game. The rest of their big money for the Titans was spent on defense. 2 electric pass rushers in Joey Bosa and Trey Hendrickson signing here with the Titans, who have lots of money. Quick throw to Diggy on the left side. A nice tackle for Miles Harden. 2nd and 11. Also, Caleb Downs, the number 1 first-round draft pick for the Titans as well. You'll see him anchoring their defense from the back end, already up to a 82 overall rated player. 3rd and 8 now. Let's see if the Browns can get off the field here. Struggled to stop Joe Burrow and the Bengals last week in their loss, and a nice play by Ward. Gunnar Helm, the tight end, not able to bring it in. 4th and 8 and a punt upcoming for the Titans. Now his second coaching stint for Robert Saleh. One-time coach of the Jets, went back to the 49ers, and now back here with an opportunity in Nashville to coach the Titans. In real life, they have spent a boatload of free agency cash. Jordan Elliott, Cordell Flott, John Franklin Myers, Malik Herring, Jermaine Johnson, Wandale Robinson, Austin Schlottman, Alontae Taylor, Solomon Thomas, Tommy Townsend, Mitch Trubisky, Cordell Wilson, Joshua Williams, Daniel Bellinger, just to name a couple of their names of new players that have come. So doing a complete roster reset, if you will. And here comes Quinshon Judkins. He's been very solid to start the season. Obviously, just 11 for 61. Only had 11 carries last week because the Browns were down early, and Joe Burrow set the NFL record for completions and passing yards in that game. That's how much the Browns were exposed on the defensive end. How about a little swing pass to Judkins on the left side? Juke move nearing the first down, and he'll get the first down at the 30-yard line. Monken hops out of the way. Nimble-footed Todd Monken trying to hop out of the way. Hey, Alex, welcome in. Go Buckeyes, Browns, and whatever the Cavs are doing at this point. Fired left side, caught by Fannin, 40. Juke move back towards the middle, nearing the 44-yard line for number 44. And another first down, Browns, for Harold Fannin. Again, our 2026 Browns virtual offseason offensive line netted DeJuan Jones, left tackle, left guard Emmanuel Pregnon, our second-round pick, center Pat Coogan from the National Championship Indiana Hoosiers, right guard Tevin Jenkins, and right tackle Francis Maui Noah, who we took with the number 24 overall pick. Number 6 pick went to Carnell Tate. You'll see him wearing number 8. Also, big change on offense. We traded for Brian Thomas Jr., which still could happen. I'm hoping that they're still trying to make it happen. Judkins breaking tackles, another first down for him. Knifing his way through the middle, already 3 carries and 18 yards on those carries. 6 a clip is a good start to the game for Q-Ball. Shedeur in the shotgun now. Of course, all of this building weapons around Shedeur Sanders, which is plan A. That's the easiest and quickest path to Brown's success, is that Shedeur is good and can become a quarterback. Which is why I think you try to surround him with pieces and give him the whole season. If he fails, be bad enough to have a top 5 pick. That's all I hope. Don't be 7 or 8 wins. That's the worst thing that can happen now. Pressure coming, and Tavondre Sweat will get home for a sack. Again, they are loaded on the defensive line for Robert Saleh. Joey Bosa right there shaking his hand. Tavondre Sweat. Of course, Jeffrey Simmons still in the middle, and now Trey Hendrickson as well. So you can see there are superstars and X-Factors all along that line. Cody Barton at the second level, also a free agent. Back to pass again now. Shedeur with pressure coming. He'll get rid of it quickly. There's Carnell Tate. First catch for the rookie, but it's going to be a little short. Try to get him some run after catch ability there, but none for it. And they're going to go for it on a 4th and 3 here. Todd Monken going to roll the dice at home on a 4th and 3. It'll be a 51-yard field goal attempt from here. Double tight end look, turn around, fake it. Nope, they're giving it to Q-Ball, and Quinshawn just weaving his way. That looked like a running back drill. Juke right, juke left, juke right, juke left, and he picks up a big first down for the Browns. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Go Browns forever. Look at this move. Step right, step left, step right, step left. Look at that, just back and forth, back and forth. Really nice juke moves there for Quinshawn. First down to the 23. So Monken rolls the dice, goes for it on that 4th down. They get it now. Dylan Sampson's turn up the middle, and he runs right into the waiting arms of Cody Barton. Again, another free agent. They spent a lot of money on the free agency side of things. Now back to pass. Now firing quickly left side. Fannin. Caleb Downs coming up to make a tackle on the play. So Jarris Sneed, I believe, is the superstar wearing 27. Coming up, trying to make a tackle. Nope, broken tackle again. Quinshawn inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So Xavier Woods will get home. Former Dallas Cowboy coming over also in free agency now. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. They had to sign a lot of free agents for the Titans. They had a lot of positions of need. And again, that's why you just heard me read their real list of free agents. It is robust. Now a 1st and goal over the middle. Caught. Touchdown. Harold Fannin. And the Browns are on the board first. 44 into the end zone, and the Browns tight end 1. Doing a little Irish jig here right before St. Patty's Day. Look at that. Shedeur threw it a good 2 steps before Fannin even turned in. There's Caleb Downs. Number 2. Their number 1 draft pick for the Titans. He was on the board when we picked, but we went with the plan A, which was surround Shedeur with weapons. So we got Tate and Maui Noah in round number 1. Obviously, I think even that strategy may have shifted a little bit with the amount of money they've already spent in free agency on the offensive line. Still think tackle and receiver are in play, but they're not going to take a guard with the 2nd round pick, which is why I am all in favor of them trading it for one of those receivers. Okay. Cam Ward and coverage and teammates and company. That's what I'm looking for. Cam Ward and company back out on to the day. Yes, I saw that too, Alex. Yes, that classic Madden, the motion that takes you completely out of bounds. The worst part is when they throw it to them and it gets busted for illegal touching. Slant left side, and it's caught. First down. Jacoby Myers, again, their new wide receiver number 1. Here again with Chimere Dike as wide receiver 2. They also have Nicole Hardman as well coming out of free agency. There's Gunnar Helm, the tight end, Texas Longhorn product. 6 catches for 51 yards a week ago. Good tight end can be a young quarterback's best friend indeed. It was a fun blowout of the Mavericks, and Bam getting 83 is just how bad the Nets are. I think it was against Brooklyn, right? Ward, he'll fake it to the left. Now Cam sacked in the middle. Mike Hall Jr., and he came with authority, malice, and bad intentions, and he sacks Cam back to the 40-yard line. Let's see if we get a replay of this one. He got in there in a hurry. I thought it looked like a linebacker. He was in there so fast. No replay, Madden. Come on. Give me some love here. 3rd and 9 now for Cam Ward. Under 5 to play. First quarter, Browns lead 7-0. Both teams 3-1. Ward now. Pressure in his face from Miles, but he completes it across the middle, and Jacoby Myers beats Carson Swessinger for a first down, Titans. Again, do appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Only place that you are going to find slow sim sporting events, mostly football, with live original commentary. Thanks so much to all nearly 1,200 of my subscribers. You guys are the best. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, I very much appreciate that. As Tony Pollard gets a big gainer of about 20. Does look like Ronnie Hickman is back. He got injured early in that Bengal game last week and did not come back, but he does appear to be back in the game at this point. And appreciate everybody being. Also hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind. It helps to continue to grow our audience. Fired up the middle again, and a caught for a first down. There's DK. Chimeri DK. Or Chimeri, precisely how you pronounce the first name. We'll just keep calling him DK. How about that? 3:08, but they're inside the red zone. Spinning. Little boot action to the tight end, Gunnar Helm. Tackled by Miles Harden with help from Alex Wright. Inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. They can get a first down on the 1, but everything is condensed here now. Pollard on the right hip of Cam Ward. Back to pass. Ward, the former number 1 overall pick, and he delivers a strike for a touchdown. Jacoby Myers. Again, their new wide receiver number 1. And Myers is into the end zone for a touchdown, Titans. Oof, look at that. He almost got it deflected. Baker was up in his grill. But Jacoby Myers across the middle. Hickman was the closest one to him, and we've got a tie game. Yeah, that's fair, Alex. Gunnar Helm has a little bit more famine style to his game. 8 plays, 72 yards, and a touchdown for the Titans here. 2.5 to go, first quarter. Marvadan from inside the 5-yard line. He'll try to go to the right, running right past his blocker, which wasn't the wisest choice because he gets stopped about the 27-yard line. All right. Browns back out on the field. Monken talking to Quinshon Judkins just a little bit. Still haven't called Brian Thomas Jr.'s name yet. Really only called Carnell Tays' name one time as well. Turn around. Delayed. Nope. Fake the delayed handoff. Now Shador with good time. Now he'll step up. Now he'll rope it to the right side. Caught wide open. Brian Thomas Jr. right on cue up to the 50-yard line. That was a dart for about 25 yards. And a first down, Browns. Shador stepped into that one. Had every ounce of oomph he could. Watch this. Whew. Steps into that one because he knew he had to get it there quickly so that Thomas could turn around and find some of that green grass. Really nice play. There's Snead, 38. Really nice play there by Shador. Here comes Quinshon now up the middle. Weaving his way again. Just such good vision from Quinshon to start this sim season. And a first down inside the 35 for the Browns. Threatening on this Titan defense. Again, we talked about how many superstars, how much money they've spent on the defense, of course, in drafting Caleb Downs in the first round as well. They also have Brandon Cisse. Right side throw. Thomas Jr. 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Browns! Brian Thomas Jr. We called for it at the beginning of the drive, and it delivers 2 huge plays for our wide receiver number 1. We traded Jerry Jeudy in a second-round pick for him. I know no one will actually take Judy's contract in real life, but I still would offer a second-round pick for him. Brian Thomas Jr. is on my short list of receivers that I would trade that trade for. Schmidt's kick is up towards the dog pound, and it's good. 14-7, scoring on both sides. How about 3 plays and 73 yards? It was a dart to Thomas, a nice run from Judkins, and another touchdown pass for Shador Sanders to Brian Thomas Jr. Back and forth they go. Left side, he's got some space and a nice tackle that time, saving a touchdown. Winston Reed, perhaps. Cameron Ward. I think by the Titans website he wants to go by Cameron now. Maybe he's growing up. So he's no longer Cam, he's Cameron. Stretch it left side. Pollard runs right. Oh, he breaks out of the handle of Alex Wright and ends up getting 6 yards. Caleb McGarry, offensive lineman, free agent. Again, spent a lot of money in free agency. They had a lot of positions to fill. 12 personnel in there now. Quick throw left side, and he's going to be caught for, but a first down is achieved. That's the tight end, Justin Shorter, former Penn State wide receiver who bulked up and became a tight end. Give it up the middle. Pollard right into the waiting arms of Captain America. And Schlesinger will shut the door right at the line, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. 14-7, good guys. We've had some good offense from both sides here. Both teams 3-1. How about them apples? The Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns, both new coaches, both 3-1 here to start the 2026 sim season here at Nagy on Sports. Appreciate you joining me. Here's Cameron Ward now, back to pass, fired left side. You can see he's popped as a superstar. Pollard out of the backfield, first down on the catch. Schlesinger was with him step for step. But a good throw beats good coverage every time. Now Ward all by his lonesome. 5 wide, back to pass, 4-man rush. Now blitz coming late from Harden, right side. Throw wide open into the seam on the right hash to be exact. And it's already the 5th catch for Jacoby Myers, who is playing extremely good football here early in this one, rewarding the Titans for giving him wide receiver 1 money. Now back to pass. Big drop for Ward now. Campbell step back up. Now he'll float it right side, and it's caught, first down and more to the 1-yard line. It's Jacoby Myers again. Man, what is going on with this Browns pass defense? They were shredded by Burrow last week, and now all of a sudden, pressure up the middle. He'll sack him. Mason Graham, how quickly did he get in the backfield? Ward couldn't even hand it off. Please show the replay of this one. Mason Graham, how about jumping the snap count? Come on, I'm not touching any buttons. I want to see the replay. He was in the backfield. He was in the backfield before Ward could even hand it. He was trying to hand it off. He got sacked before the handoff. That's how quickly Mason Graham got into the backfield. There again over the middle, and he throws it at the feet. Are we going to get a flag? Is it a hold or a PI? Oh, PI on DK. Interesting, and they'll back him up. 2nd and goal, but from the 14. So they called him for trying to run the pick route. Changes everything here now. Ward pressure in his face, and it's Miles and Alex and Mason. A triple sack there. All 3 of them getting home, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 20. Oh, brother. Now the defensive line has decided to show up. Saying, all right, secondary struggling. We better pick up our game. Now, back to pass. He'll float it. Left side, corner of the end zone. Knocked away. Good coverage from Tyson Campbell, and an even better job to not interfere. I don't even think that ball was catchable, actually. It looked like it was maybe going to be out of the back of the end zone regardless. And that's Tyler Bass. Good old big mouth Tyler Bass. And he puts the field goal up and in. So nice job there. 1st and goal from the 1 turned into 4th and goal from the 20. Browns defense, specifically that defensive line, doing a great job on the previous drive. That's what he's done so far this season. 29 catches, 406 yards, and 3 touchdowns. His 3rd one on that previous drive. Now 12 minutes to go in the first half. Out of a pistol for Shedeur Sanders. Turn around, give it to Quinshon. Quinshon tries the middle, and it closes quickly with Cedric Gray and Tavondre Sweat, the big defensive tackle at the University of Texas from a couple of years ago. Double tight ends. Remember, Isaiah Likely is our 2nd tight end. That's not the case in real life. Quinshon, nice block by Likely, breaking another tackle with a stiff arm, and Judkins picks up 9 he had no business picking up. 3rd and 1 changes the dynamic here for Todd Monken, Travis Switzer. Switzer? I don't know. Pressure coming. He runs right past Q, and he gets shoved forward for a first down. The blitzing Cody Barton ran right past him initially. And good makeup speed, actually, to get back in there and make a tackle. Shedeur. Good time. Now it cuts down quickly. He'll dump it to his dump-off man, which is Dylan Sampson. That's an easy 7 yards. You'll take that any time of day. Dylan Sampson lines up as the 5th receiver in formations such as this. Motion coming. Oh, it's actually Quinshon, and he'll actually motion back into the backfield. Now he'll take off to the right side. Looks like it's zone coverage, so they'll flick it out that way. Quinshon with some space. Juke move and a shove out for a first down, and he runs into his former teammate Caleb Downs at the 50-yard line. But Quinshon Judkins showing some really nice wiggle today. It's a really nice explosion, both running and catching the football. Turn around, give it to him again. Quinchon up the middle. This time he'll be knocked out by his former teammate, Caleb Downs. 2 SEC transfers that came to Ohio State to win the Natty, and they did it. Now tackling each other in the NFL, something they dream about on the dog days of Camp McMurray, perhaps. Across the middle, caught by Carnell Tate, another one of those Buckeyes from the championship team, and our number 6 overall pick this season. Shador now with a third and very makeable, but we're not quite in field goal range yet. Now Shador in trouble. Now he's going to run, and it'll be sacked. Ball pops out. Where's it at? It's actually picked up by Maui Noah. But Shador takes a sack at midfield, and a 3rd and 2 becomes a 4th and 9, and the Browns are going to have to punt this one away. Unfortunately, Corey Bojorquez, who was a free agent, but does look like he is going to come back to the Browns. Pollard's had a good day so far here, 4 for 42 yards. Ike Ekwonu, we talked about him as your left tackle, right there in the middle of your screen. And Caleb Garrett, the right tackle. Again, spending a lot of money in free agency. Pollard's got the corner. 30, 35, 40, to the 45, and Denzel with a big hit at the 50-yard line, but another huge gain in the running game. And again, this Browns defense, I'm looking at your comment about Buckeye and Buckeye crime. This Browns defense has struggled here in the last couple of weeks, and here they are again, giving up another 10 yards to Tony Pollard. Has struggled here in the last couple of weeks. They were pretty good early in the season, limiting the Ravens and the Steelers. Then they went toe-to-toe with the Raiders, but then again, Joe Burrow setting NFL and records for completions and yards last week as he just diced him up. Here's another good throw. Alec Ayamanor, first time we've called his name today, and he's got a first down to the 28. Titans are driving. Hey, George, welcome in. Go Browns. Motion coming from Myers. He'll end up behind Ward. They'll fake it that direction. Now he'll float it to the right side again. This is caught by the tight end Gunnar Helm. Helm will be tackled by Delpit, Ward, and Garrett. That's a lot of money making the tackle right there. Delpit, Ward, and Garrett. It's a very expensive tackle for the Browns. 2nd and 3 now. Motion coming from Pollard. Some orbit motion around the left side. Fired back to the right again. Gunnar Helm, first down inside the 20 now to the 14-yard line, and a first down. Titans continuing to have their way so far with this Browns defense. Now the Browns have stiffened up in the red zone before. Let's see if they do it again. Mason Graham that time read the tight end screen early and actually swats it out of the air before Gunnar Helm could get the ball into his hands. Now again, screen right side. Pollard, one man there is Delpit. They'll shove him to the side, but then JOK comes over to make a tackle before he gets tripped up by Ward. Now 3rd and 10, all the way back on the 14-yard line. Ward in a shotgun now, trips to the left side. He'll be back to pass. Browns get some pressure. He'll step up. He'll be hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Mike Hall providing the pressure. And they'll have to settle for another field goal as the Browns defense does a nice job again stiffening inside the red zone for Rudy's unit here, Mike Rutenberg's unit. And another field goal for Tyler Bass. Into the hold of Jack Stonehouse. 14-13 here. Let's see if the Browns have a 4-minute drive in them. Literally 4 minutes on the clock right now in the first half. Appreciate you joining me again. My name is Phil Nagy. Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Slow sim, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer, and mostly football, as we've talked about here. We're in our 2026 season. We have gone through the whole offseason, virtual draft, virtual free agency for all 32 teams. And the Browns now in week number 5 already with a 3-1 record. RPO left side, caught by Brian Thomas Jr. Our prize free agent period pickup as we traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars for him, and he picks up a nice game to the 40-yard line. I'm still very much on board with pick number 39 for Gimme Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Marvin Harrison. Here's Tate to the 40, to the 45, 30. Watch out, 25 to the 21 man to beat, and he'll be tackled by that man. Andre Sisco saves the touchdown. Another free agent pickup on this Titan defense, but a huge run after catch for Carnell Tate. Across the middle again. Isaiah Bond. That's a 16, not a 10. 2nd and inches. They can get still a first down. Anyway, I'm on board with trading for those guys, or Jalen Waddle or Brian Thomas. That's my list of 5. The 3 Buckeyes, Waddle and Thomas. Sacked again Jeffrey Simmons this time. He's been doing that for a long time. And he'll sack Shador back to the 11, and that's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. Looks like a beautiful day here. This would be what? Early October, week number 5. Beautiful day to be in Cleveland. Again, Huntington Bank Field's days are numbered as the hole in the ground at Brook Park has started. What are we going to call it? Haslam World? We call it Jerry World. Shador to the right side of the 1. It'll be tackled at the 1. Showing some of those legs. And now a new set of downs at the goal line for the Browns. If we call it Jerry World, will we call it Haslam World? Browns World? And actually the Titans want to call timeout to try to conserve some clock here as Robert Saleh does that. Shador under center. His rookie, Pat Coogan. 3 rookies on this offensive line for Shador. They've been pretty good so far this season. Shador, left side throw, back of the end zone, incomplete. That Carnell Tate was supposed to be the target. Quinshon with a double tight end to the right side, 2 receivers to the left. Turn around, give it to Quinshon, into the end zone easily. A touchdown for the Browns, and cue ball will hit the gritty. Nice pull that time from Coogan. He didn't even have anybody to block because there's just nobody there. Browns into the end zone. Really nice job with that 4-minute drive. They did it in less than 4 minutes, clearly, with 1:35 remaining on the clock. Queued up indeed. And Judkins into the end zone. 21-13 Browns. So the difference right now is that the Browns have scored touchdowns and the Titans have had to settle for a couple of field goals due to some really stiff red zone defense from the Browns, specifically their defensive line. Let's see if they can shut them down here in the last 90 seconds of the first half. You call it Jimmy World or the Dome Jimmy World, La 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 Jimmy World, Jimmy Eat World. You might be too young for that, Alex. Too young for that reference. All right, 1:30 on the clock. Let's not let him score here. They're going to start it with Pollard up the middle. He'll be stuck right there by Tyson Campbell and Miles Harden. Interesting choice on first down, and they'll go hurry up after that. Back to pass. Ward firing left side. Very short throw. It's caught by Myers, but then he steps out of bounds. Give him a gain of about 4. Flick it with the sidearm to the right side. Did he catch it? He did. Io Manor caught it at the 50-yard line. Denzel Ward was all over him. Wow, what a catch from Io Manor. Quick throw to the right side, and Pollard will run out of bounds to stop the clock. So the girl called the Dome Jimmy World, La 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 Jimmy World is an Elmo thing, okay? Jimmy Eat World is a band from the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. And one of my favorites, actually, if we're talking about it. Across the middle, Gunnar Helm, 4th down. Do the Browns call timeout? Or not? They are not going to call timeout. And the Titans will punt. Interesting choice. Todd Monken content to take this thing to halftime. He knows he gets the second half kick. Punt goes out of bounds at the 5 by Stonehouse, and so with 8 seconds left, looks like they're just going to go ahead and hand the ball off. A couple of pulling guards. Now Judkins to the right side. They're stuck by Gray, and that's the end of half number 1. 21-13 Browns. Been a good game here, guys. Thanks so much for joining me again. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers here at Nagy on Sports. Only place you're going to find slow sim sporting events with live original commentary. In year number 6 of the channel already. If you can see the name of this playlist, this is already season number 16, the 16th Simmed Browns season that we have done. Oftentimes I do it with my cousin Kit, as his schedule allows, as the color commentator, but very much appreciate you being with me. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do. I don't get rich off of the YouTube subscriptions, but a couple $100 a year to spend on things like PFF subscriptions is kind of fun. Yes, George, believe it or not, it is the 16th Simmed Browns season. Welcome in, OP. Steelers are winning the Super Bowl. Maybe. I mean, we'll see what they're going to do. You think they bringing back Aaron Rodgers, or do you think somebody else is out there, or is it our guy Will Howard's turn? Shador now to Quinshaw. And he'll be stuck right at the line by Cody Barton. No gain to speak of on the play. Yep, 16. Sweet 16 here for the Browns. Because it's like roughly three Browns sim seasons per calendar year. So yeah, and this is year 6. And we've got one more to come before the new game comes out. 3rd and 1. Little trio of receivers to the left side. Shador taking his time. Adjusting things. Blitz coming. He'll fire quickly. Caught first down to Isaiah Bond. Nobody was over there. Talk about finding the hot receiver. As there was a blitzing linebacker barreling down on Shador, and he made a great throw. Turn around. Quinshaw up the middle. Breaking through the first level and getting tackled by his ankles by Cody Barton. Yes, they are very old. That is true, OP. And that does not account for the quarterback. Brian Thomas Jr. across the middle again. Our big free agency pickup. Trade for him. Trade for him, Andrew. Make the call. He's looking good in the brown and orange. Brian Thomas Jr. Out of a shotgun now, Dylan Sampson is into the game. They'll give it to Dylan. He'll try to go right behind a pulling Pregnon. It's our 2nd round guard. That would be the pick that I would be willing to trade for any of those wide receivers. Again, DJ Moore set the market. 2nd rounder is what a wide receiver 1 will go for. If you can find the team that's willing to part with their guy. Ball's out! I think he falls right back on it. And if we're going to get we don't need a silly review. The Browns picked it back up. 3rd and 10 though, but now they're in field goal range, but they need to be smart here. Shador empty. Now Dylan Sampson will motion back into the backfield with him. Back to pass. Shador wiggling, floating it right side to Sampson. Oh, it was just over his head. Oh, you will subscribe if the Browns get a first down. They did not, but thank you for the offer. Schmidt will try one here from 49. And Schmidt's kick is up, and it is good. Hey, there we go. And they did. They scored a field goal. Appreciate that, OP. We've already seen the Steelers once in the sim season. We'll see them again here for sure. If you hang around to the end, I can even look at the schedule and tell you which week it'll happen in this sim season. Todd Monken, a babyface Todd Monken, was the closest guy I could. There's not a lot of blondes in the coaching heads that you get to pick from. All right, here we go. Cam Ward now under center. His first drive of the second half. The Browns scoring some points. Pressure coming from behind. Ward to the 35, to the 40. Cam sliding, actually not sliding, but getting tackled from behind. Took a big shot from Alex Wright. But a huge scramble from Cam Ward, and he's got a big first down to the midfield stripe here, and that's where the Titans will start their next 1st and 10. High formation, turn around, fake it to Pollard now. Cam Ward stepping up in the pocket to the 50. He's going to run again, 45 to the 40, and he'll be tackled in a big way. Delpit, Mason Graham, and Denzel Ward all combining on the tackle, but a back-to-back 10-plus yard scrambles from Cameron Ward, the new grown-up quarterback. It's funny that the website calls him Cameron Ward. Play action again for Ward. Zip it over the middle into traffic, and it's caught. DK beating out Denzel. Denzel has had crazy tight coverage on these wide receivers right now, but they are just spearing the ball out of the air. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He'll fire left side. It's almost picked by Hickman. Gunnar Helm the intended target, but Ronnie Hickman almost intercepted it. That would have been nice. Browns have been really good inside the 20. They're right at the 20. Here's the 2nd and 10. Ward fired over the middle. Caught first down by Helm. Inside the 10. Schlesinger right on his hip. But here comes the 1st and goal. So now let's see if the Browns can stiffen up as they have so far earlier today. Pollard left side. Nowhere to go. Schlesinger and JOK on the tackle at the 6. Which nose tackle is that, OP? They didn't trade for Simmons, did they? Back the pass now. Ward flick it quickly left side to Pollard, but he'll be shoved out of bounds by Captain America at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. With a bunch of receivers to the right side. Everybody on the line for the Browns. They're going to pass. Ward in trouble. Now he'll roll left. He'll walk into a giant hole in the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. Oh, Sebastian Joseph Day. Okay, yeah, good player. Wow. Yeah, you could see this one just kind of happening in real time. You're like, uh-oh, nobody's watching the quarterback. And that was about as easy as it gets. And they're going to go for 2. Down 5 here, they will go for 2. Cam alone in the backfield. He has hurt the Browns with his legs on this drive specifically. That's DK motioning into the backfield. Now blitz coming, pressure coming, right side, and it's at the feet of DK. And no conversion. So 24-19 is the score. Both teams scoring on their opening drives of the second half. Browns with a field goal and the Titans with a touchdown without a conversion. 24-19 is where we sit. John Judkins. That's what he's done so far in 4.5 sim games. 91 carries, 441 yards, and the 4 touchdowns. He has been a rock-solid running back for the Browns. Monken wants to get the run game going, you know that for sure. Here he is again, up the middle. He's just bullying his way for 4 or 5 yards every time he touches the ball. As L'Jarius Sneed tries to mix it up a little bit at the end of the play. 2nd and 6, you can run anything in the playbook, except trying to run wide. Trey Hendrickson, again, big time in the news this week with the whole Max Crosby, just kidding, we're getting cold feet. He failed his physical, even though we had all the information and every doctor knew he was on schedule. But he failed his physical, and we're going to sign Hendrickson instead and keep our picks. Shador fires on the run over the middle. Oh, he had Brian Thomas Jr. wide open. And he'd still be running into the end zone, but he just overthrows it, and that's where Shador has played good at times, but he is not great yet. And you wish you could have a throw like that back. But they'll punt it away, and here come the Titans with some momentum. Pollard's had a good day, 8 carries, 81 yards. Not sure why they haven't given him more than 8 carries, frankly. If we're being honest. 6:09 on the third quarter clock. And appreciate you joining me, Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Pressure coming from the outside. Swessinger with a huge TFL loss of 5, and Captain America makes another great play. Gosh, this kid is good. Excited to see what he and Quincy Williams can do together in Rudy's defense this year. Ward out of a shotgun. Lloyd Cushenberry III, his center. Quick throw to the right side to Helm. And they'll kick up a very short gain. Maybe. I don't know, Alex. You're getting a little aggressive there with those Dylan Gabriel comments. Right side throw. Ward over the head and incomplete. And the Browns defense will stand up for a 3 and out. Of their own, here comes Stonehouse again to punt it away. Appreciate all my subscribers. You guys are the best. If you get yourself a new Gmail account, make sure you subscribe from that too. You can subscribe from multiple accounts. It's allowed. I've never tried to buy bots or any of that crap, but I fully endorse a multiple subscription. I subscribe from a couple different email addresses. You can too. Shador's had a very nice day. You can see there 16 to 19, 224, and 2 touchdowns. He's been very, I'm almost even afraid to jinx it. He's been very good with protecting the ball. He has not turned it all over a lot this season, which has been a huge part of his development. Shador now. And he'll turf this one as he gets hits as he throws. Looked like Bond was the intended target across the middle. 301 to 308, the total yardage. This game has been back and forth for 2 3-1 teams. It just feels weird that it's the Browns and the Titans. Quinshawn, left side, up the middle, first down and more to the 50. Oh, little sidestep, 40, 30. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Quinshawn Judkins. 62-yard house call for cue ball. Woo! What a run. Man, he looks so shifty. I'll go back further in the run there, Matt. This is the boring part. There we go. He goes, whoop, right there, and that's Andre Sisco, a superstar safety. Literally the star emblem underneath of his character. And Studkins into the end zone in a massive, massive touchdown. That was awesome. And that is why on our channel we call him Studkins. Sometimes I call him Cue Ball, but I think that's Quinnen Williams' nickname, so I should probably refrain from that. Wow, wow, wow. 62-yard house call from Judkins and the Browns, just like that. 31-19, opening up a 12-point lead here. Appreciate you joining me on an early Saturday afternoon. It's an exciting time in the sports world, of course. Browns free agency in full effect. Buckeye spring practice has started officially. About to have March Madness. The Buckeyes are going to be in. The rumors of a college basketball game finally coming back here in a year or two, which just means one more sim season here at Nagy Sports with the Buckeye Hoops team. As if I don't have enough on my simming plate right now. Cavs poised for the playoffs, and even the Blue Jackets just right there on the edge of the playoffs. If either of those teams get in, we'll do a playoff sim. Pressure coming, and Ward gets hit from behind. Alex Wright, he has been awesome here to start the sim season. In fact, he's been way better than Myles Garrett, who's had a very vanilla kind of beginning to his season here after he sweeps the DPOY voting unanimous fashion a year ago. It's not even just that he's not getting the sack numbers. It's just he hasn't really gotten a lot of pressures either. He's getting a lot of attention, we'll put it that way. And that's why others like Mason Graham, Mike Hall Jr., and Alex Wright have succeeded. Judkins, 18 for 146, 2 touchdowns. That'll do. That'll do. Especially with 18:48 left in this game. But they could slow it down if they wanted to. Here he comes again. Judkins, a little counter to the right side. Stiff arm again, and then the Jarris Sneed will bring him down at the 19-yard line. I saw that. Welcome in, IAG. Yeah, what is it, like his 17th NFL team? Played on like more than half the teams in the NFL, which is wild. Nice first down, by the way, there for the Browns. Back to pass now. Shedeur stepping up in the pocket. He'll take off to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Shedeur sliding at the 50-yard line. That's me clapping for him sliding. Good job, Shedeur. What a little run there. He's been sneaky with his legs, and I'm sure that's something that they're going to be working on this offseason. He was good with his legs last year, especially at the end of the year when they had just zero line and zero weapons, even after Fannin got hurt and Judkins had gotten hurt. Just Rocket Sanders out there with Whiteheart. Here comes Judkins again, 35 to the 25 and the 20-yard line as he is loaded for bear and staring down the barrel at 200 yards in this game in 3 quarters, by the way. Here comes Sampson. RPO, actually the late developing. It would have been open, too. They had Tate set up on a screen, and he had a blocker, and that was going to be a cool play. Just didn't quite develop quick enough. Now, Shedeur, long throw to the right side. Fannin, and he dropped it. And somebody's hurt, and it's the right tackle, Francis Maui-Noah. And that's not good. KT Leviston into the game for him. Mike Caliendo. Flick it to the right side into the end zone. Incomplete. A little jump ball. Jarris Sneed and Harold Fannin. And I'm a little surprised Fannin didn't win that one. 2 very unorthodox Harold Fannin drops. On this drive, we'll stall it out, and Schmidt will have to come in and attempt a very short little 34-yard field goal. And his kick is up, and his kick is good for Andre Schmidt, who's been really nice to start the season for the Browns. Played for the Cleveland Bulldog in the 1920s. I don't know if he's quite that old there, Alex. 34-19. Browns with a lead. 1:13 to go here in quarter number 3. Titans in a little bit of trouble here. They need to score, and they need to score fairly quickly here. Again, they've been out yardaged 120 to 1 since we last looked at the total yardage stat. Pollard now with more than a 1. Here we go. Give him another gain of 14 as he has been good through the tackles. I saw that one too, IAG. Jerome Ford to the Washington Commanders. Maybe a change of scenery will do him some good. Always liked him. He just couldn't ever. He'd pop like 60-yard touchdowns and then like have 3 games in a row of 8 carries for 2 yards. You know, I just couldn't. And/or couldn't stay healthy and couldn't stay on the field. But for a 5th-round pick or whatever he was serviceable. Up the middle now, hand it off. Squirrel White, the rookie out of Tennessee, is a former wide receiver who's made the transition to running back, and he picks up 9 on a little draw, and that's the end of quarter number 3. Browns Headed to the fourth quarter, looking for their 4th win. Already with a 3-1 record in week number 5 here at Nagy on Sports. Flip it around, put 15 back on the clock. We're going to get a winner here in a second. Ward, motion coming. Fake the jet sweep to the tight end, and Miles Garrett says, "Hey, Phil, I'm right here." With a big TFL on a 2nd down, setting up an important 3rd down for both teams. Probably 4-down territory here for Robert Saleh's guys. Ward stepping up in the pocket, and now Miles and Wright will get a sack together. The 4th sack for the Demolition Dogs, and it's going to be Miles Garrett and Alex Wright playing a little game of I'll see you at the quarterback. And Miles might have heard me talking some smack. Look at that spin move around Caleb McGarrity. He throws him away, and I think it's going to be Miles' full sack, actually. But the pursuit from Wright. Alex Wright looks quick this year. He's been good. It sure does, doesn't it, Mitchell? I'm certainly not going to jinx anything before it happens here. Uh-oh, bobbly snap. Don't rough him. Stonehouse able to get it off and still coffin corner this thing. Beautiful. Oh, just inside the pylon. Judkins, the finisher, baby. Do we have a 13-minute drive? The 13-minute drill. The 13:52 drill. Put these boys away. Back to pass blitz coming and sacked by Trey Hendrickson. Both Hendrickson and Bosa don't have any like arm sleeves or gloves. They're both like bare hands guys, which is funny that they're both the defensive linemen. But look at how funny they look with their arms just totally bare like that. Anyway, nice sack for him now. Judkins will try to go wide. Dangerous move, and it's not going to work as Joey Bosa shuts him down. 3rd and very long. And so far, I'm not a fan of the 13:52 drive. Back to pass for Shador. This time they block it up a little better. He'll step up and throw a deep shot. Left side. Shador, he's got a man with some space. Thomas, and he can't hold on. Maybe just a touch underthrown, but Junior with a drop. That's got to be charged as a drop. He had it in his hands because he saw the underthrow before the Titans defenders did. And they literally took 1 minute and 2 seconds off the clock. That is not what we wanted right there. I may do a little coach mode next drive just to get them into chew clock mode faster. They will not start that on their own until there are 4 minutes left in the game, which seems crazy to me that we have to wait for that circumstance to happen. Ward now, right side. It's a missile, wide open. Where's the Browns? Touchdown Titans! Oh my goodness! Why was Io Manor wide open? Blown coverage for the Browns. Look at this throw. What's Denzel doing? What's Delpit doing? Is this a Joe Woods defense? That was disgusting. Dion, welcome in, man. Yes, it's DeJuan Jones at left tackle for us. We drafted Francis Maui-Noa as the right tackle in the draft, so we went with the right tackle over a left tackle. I'm still a believer in DeJuan Jones. Just got to stay healthy. Obviously a big if. But good to have you on. Was that the championship or the semifinal for the Big Ten? I can't remember. Because the final's probably tomorrow. Low-scoring game. Buckeyes almost sniped Michigan, so they played well. And that one firmly into the tournament for the first time in, what, 4 years? 5 years? All right, 12-27. Browns with the football right back. Back to pass Shador. Quick throw, but it's hit at the line. And Tavondre Sweat, and he is big, knocking it out of the air. But the clock stops on the incompletion. That's the part I don't like. They're going to throw again. Fired to the middle, caught by Thomas Jr., nearing a first down, and at least it gets the clock moving. It's a big 3rd down here for the Browns. Would really like to move the sticks. They're going to throw out of it. Blitz coming, and he'll be sacked. Cisco came off the edge. They blitzed everybody, and the Shador didn't have a hot receiver to get it to. That is unfortunate, and the Browns will go 3 and out, and all of a sudden the Titans have some juice. And they're only down by 8. Need a stop here from the defense. Cam Ward, he'll take that kind of touchdown pass any day as the Browns completely blew a coverage. 1st and 10, 11-20. There's a lot of time left for an 8-point game. Here comes Pollard, and he'll be tackled by Schlesinger at the 29. Browns still outgaining the Titans, but not by much now. This thing is swung back in the direction of Tennessee, up the middle! Miles and Alex Wright again! Getting home for sack number 5 for the Demolition Dogs. Oh, needed that one. Need another one here on 3rd and 13. Obvious passing situation. Let's get some pressure on him and don't let him leave the pocket. Ward, he'll spin, then he'll fire the other way to Pollard, but a good tackle by Tyson Campbell. That was a weird-looking play where he, pivoted his whole body to aim to the right, then spun around and zipped it to the left, trying to catch people off guard, and that did not really work. Just a 6-yard gain and a great open field tackle from Tyson Campbell. Larvidan up to about the 29-yard line. Brian Thomas, 9 targets, only 6 catches. Again, at least one of those I'm going to say is his fault on the drop. Come on, can we get the clock moving here? Or throw it on 1st down. Fired right side, caught. Fannin. 1st down to the 39-yard line, and the clock runs. Thank you. Get the clock moving. 1st and 10. Nope, RPO across the middle and incomplete, and a flag. We're going to get an eligible downfield, perhaps.
Pass interference. Defense.
Oh, defensive pass interference on Cody Barton. Apparently, he interfered with the receiver on that RPO slant look. And a free new set of downs. Here comes Quinshon up the middle. Juking again to the 50 to the 49-yard line. Another gain of 3 for Quinshon. Keep that clock churning. Yearning, burning, and churning. Why are we snapping it with 13 seconds on the clock? Fired across the middle. Caught, 1st down. Fannin again to the 34-yard line. That was a strike to Harold Fannin Jr. A really nice play, a really nice throw from Shador. And a 1st down Browns. Fannin's had a little bit more love in this game. He's been quiet to start the season. Effective when called on, but just not getting a lot of targets. Maybe they said something to him. Tevin Jenkins. I would block Jeffrey Simmons. I'm going to say that to you. Jeffrey Simmons still elite rushing the passer from that defensive tackle spot now. RPO quickly left side. This is the play they tried earlier. It's just not nearly blocked as well, and it's a 3rd and long, though the clock does run. This has been a much better drive with already 4 minutes taken off of it. 3rd and 12, though. Don't do anything silly here, Shador. A punt is not the worst thing. Another blitz! They have not been able to pick up this free safety blitz as Andre Cisco with another sack. And that's definitely going to push him out of field goal range, and Bajorquez is going to try to look for the lob wedge here. Lefty boots it down towards the right sideline. Out of bounds at the 7. Beautiful coffin corner for Corey Bajorquez. And now it's on the defense. Stepped up in the last drive, forcing a punt. Can they do it again now? Got him buried inside the 10. Dog pound behind him. Cam Ward back to pass. Quick throw. Over the middle, incomplete. It looks like 2 offensive players kind of got tangled up, maybe running the same route, or at least the same spot in the route. Incomplete is the result regardless. 6:23 on the clock. Ward sends Gunnar Helm in motion. Back to pass. Quickly to Gunnar Helm after the motion. It'll be tackled by Miles Harden right at the 10-yard line. 3rd and 7. And the dog pound needs to get a little louder. Come on, boys. Pressure coming. Blitz coming from Schlesinger, but they pick it up. Now Mike Hall breaks through. Now running from the right side. Mason Graham. Delpit saves the 1st down. You can see Ward tried to reach for it. He'll be inches shy. And Salah has to punt from his own 17. Oh, what a play by Delpit and Mason Graham to pursue. And Cam Ward tried to make a heck of a play. Just couldn't extend it quite far enough. And we'll see how important those couple of inches end up being here in the next 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Here comes Quinshon trying to go wide. He's got the 35. He's got the 40 and another sweet juke move. Give him 6 before Caleb Downs makes the tackle. But man, Quinshon has been good today. Whew. He's been really good. He'll go in motion now. Throw it back the other way. We're going to get holding here. Brian Thomas Jr. with a catch on the slant, but that looks like holding on the Browns. Just one of these days, that's the rookie center, Pat Coogan. Just one of these days I would like for the referees to point the right direction. They are wrong literally every time. Play action, and another sack. Ball pops out. Where's it at? It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Titans. Caleb Downs. Touchdown, Titans. Oh, no. Was he down? Oh, I can't tell. I'm not sure he was down. Oh, are they going to booth review this? Shador. I had just got done talking about how he has not made critical turnovers yet this young sim season, and he does right there. No booth review. They're going to go for 2. Oh, boy. With 4:27 to go, Shador fumbles it. Trey Hendrickson, they're going to get a sack. Doesn't count as a sack. It just counts as not a 2-point conversion. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Jets week 2. Well, yeah, but the Jets were terrible. The Titans are 3-1. They're a good football team. They spent a lot of money on free agents. But your point is accurate. Shador fumbling the ball. It was Trey Hendrickson who punched it out, and then it just rolled around on the ground for a while. Shador tried to get up and get back to it. Caleb Downs scoop and score, and now the Browns in trouble. Just nursing a 2-point lead. Quinshon up the middle. That helps. First down and more. We'll see if Salah's ready to start taking his timeouts yet. Quinshon looking stronger and stronger as the game goes on here. This thing is coming down to the wire, my friends. Appreciate you joining me for an afternoon sim. A Young Sports, and it's tipped by Simmons at the line. Fannin was there, but most importantly, the clock stops running. Play action. Shador stepping up pocket. Fire left side. Caught open. Carnell Tate to the 30-yard line. A huge catch for the Wookiee wide receiver to the 29. Did I say the Wookiee wide receiver? The rookie wide receiver. He is not a Wookiee from Kashyyyk, relative of Chewbacca. But Carnell Tate, look at this. Look at that route. Good throw. Getting past a man on a broken tackle. Ate the great there on the receiver. And the Browns have a first down inside the 30 now. Slow the clock down. Fannin for a gain of 1. Slow the clock down, boys. There we go. Wait for it. Thank you. Shador now. Snapping the ball with 4 seconds. Back to pass. Blitz coming again. They pick up quickly, but it's knocked away. Trey Hendrickson dropped in coverage. Yes, they did. Not in the game. In the sim season, he went somewhere else in free agency, but in real life, they did restructure to bring back Calvin Ridley. I saw that as well. Shador fired over the middle. Caught, no! But a late flag. And it's a pass interference on the Titans. It did look like he got tackled a little early. Xavier Woods in the slot going to be credited for the pass interference, and the Browns have a new set of downs. Oh, boy. Unlucky there for Woods and the Titans. Pressure coming, and he'll be sacked. That's the 3rd sack of the day for Jeffrey Simmons, and now Salah will start to use the timeouts. 2:22. This is kind of a precarious situation for the Browns. They cannot waste all of the clock without that first down. Right side throw, caught by Tate inside the 10, and he'll hold on to the football with 2 hands. Salah calls timeout number 2. Big 3rd and 5 here. Titans with 1 timeout remaining and the 2-minute warning. I'd hand the ball off, or not. Shador. I'd take a sack. 10th sack of the day for the Titans, so clearly still some work to do on this Browns offensive line, and Salah will let this run to the 2-minute warning. Well, a field goal here is big because it makes it a touchdown instead of a field goal to have to get it, but you don't feel great. How about 37-32 from right at the 20-yard line? He drills it home, 37-32. So here we go. A 5-point lead for the Browns. 1:57, 1 timeout for Cam Ward. Looking for a Joe Montana moment, perhaps. Up the middle, watch out, get him! Tackled at the 40. Whew, Harris almost just snapped that thing off. 153 for Cam Ward. They got to get in the end zone, but he's got a short field. Here we go. Strap in, Nagy Nation. Here we go. Ward back to pass. Browns pressuring with 4. He's going to have to move in the pocket. Miles forces a throw right side, and it's at the feet of his receiver, Jacoby Myers, whose name we have not called much in the second half after a really good first half. 2nd and 10, 1:47 remaining. Ward, dump it short left side to Pollard out of the backfield, and Swessinger makes a great tackle, and it shouldn't be a stopped clock because he was going backwards. Come on. You got to know the rules there, Madden. Lucky stopping of the clock for the Titans. Uh-oh, somebody's going to get called for a hold. Pressure coming. Here he comes. He'll slide down knowing he should not take an unnecessary hit.
Holding. Offense.
And that's holding against the wrong team again because you can't point the right direction because this game is inferior. They're going to decline it because it's 4th and 11. Here we go. Come on, Browns. Ward, 5 wide. Back to pass. Floating a deep shot. Right side. Denzel knocks it away. Browns get the football, and that should be enough. The Warden had tight coverage all day, and the receivers just kept making amazing catches. But this time he comes through and makes a stop. And the Browns, with 90 seconds to go, are going to win this football game. Quinshon, right side, 35 to the 30 to the 25. Quinshon Judkins well over 200 yards now. He has been massive today, and the Titans will call their last timeout, which should mean the victory formation. Here it comes. Snaps for the Browns. What a game here. 4-1 after 5 weeks. And the Browns shocking the league right now. Todd Monken showing everybody that he did, in fact, deserve to be a head coach. His team is now 4-1. Credit the Titans for playing well today. It came down to the wire for sure, and they're going to drop to 3-2. But this Browns team, this defense has been good enough that we just needed some competent offense, and so far, Shedeur has done that, as well as the incredible running of Quinshon Judkins. Browns are going to win this one. Right on cue, the incredible run of Quinshon Judkins, a 62-yard touchdown, and this one outrunning Caleb Downs at the end of it. It's pretty wild. All right, let's look at some stats, guys, but I appreciate you joining me. I know many of you will hop off, but that's totally okay. We'll see you next time on the channel. Cam Ward today, 28 of 39, 275, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Pollard just 15 of 105. They were down early, so they stopped giving it to him, but man, 7 yards a clip. Cam Ward also had 5 scrambles for 10 yards and a touchdown. 10 yards apiece, I mean. Gunnar Helm, 10 for 59, 7 for 73 in the touchdown for Jacoby Myers. Tony Pollard with 5 catches. Alec Ayomanor, 3 for 87 and a touchdown. And Chimeri and DK, 3 for 38 for his touchdowns. Tackles today, we talked about their free agents and new pickups. Cody Barton, one of those free agents, 16 tackles. How about Caleb Downs with 15 tackles? Andre Sisco, another free agent, picked up 12 tackles. He also had 2 sacks in this one. 9 for Sneed. 3 sacks for Hendrickson. 3 sacks for Simmons. 2 sacks for Henderson. 2 sacks for Sisco. 2 sacks for Sweat. And 1 sack for James Williams, Sr. No interceptions. And again, the forced fumble by Hendrickson that got scooped up and taken to the end zone by Caleb Downs and nearly thwarted the game for the Browns. Shedeur today, 25 of 34 for 35 for 309. That's 68% in the 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. He continues to stay clean with the football. How about Q today? Studkins had 25 carries for 223 yards. That's 9 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns, and again, he had the 62-yarder. How about 51 yards after contact as well? Sanders had 3 scrambles for 230 yards, and he did fumble the ball twice. Look at those fumbles. Can't have those, boys. Brian Thomas Jr., 7 for 122. Thanks, George. I will have a good one the rest of my day. Appreciate you being on. 6 for 101 for Tate. Again, the rookie out of Ohio State. Fannin, 6 for 55 and a touchdown. They are going to credit him with the drop, as we talked about. Just 2 today for Bond, 2 for Judkins, and 1 for Dylan Sampson. Defensively, Captain America with 12 tackles, 11 for Delpit, 10 for Denzel Ward. Sacks today, 1.5 for Mason, 1.5 for Miles, 1.5 for Alex Wright, 1 for Mike Hall Jr. No interceptions or forced fumbles. Browns did not force a turnover today. All right, let's go ahead and fast forward the week, and we will see what waits for us in week number 6. It's the Steelers again. I don't know if you're still on OP, the Steeler fan, but we're going to see you again next week. Real soon. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. The 59-20, by the way, was the drubbing at the beginning. Hey, mock draft number 1. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, these are all fake, guys. I haven't even put a real draft class in yet. Sorry, don't even look at that then. All right, let's take a quick look at the NFL standings here after 5 weeks. Browns at 4-1, atop the North by themselves. Ravens, Bengals, and then the Steelers at 1-4, having a hard time scoring points, just 111 points, and they've lost 4 in a row. AFC South, Titans and Jags tied at 3-2. Colts and Texans right behind at 2-3. 3-2 are the Bills. Everybody else is 2-3. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. Chiefs are 4-1. Chargers 3-2. Raiders and Broncos 2-3. In the NFC North, the Bears 4-1. 3-2 are the Packers and Vikings. Lions are 2-3. How about the Saints? Let's go. Who dat? 4-1 for them. The Panthers at 3-2. Falcons at 2-3, and the Buccaneers at 1-4. Baker and the boys. Kevin Stefanski and the boys at 2-3. Eagles at 3-2 with the Commies, Giants, and Cowboys struggling. Look at that. Just look at the Giants. 59 points for them the whole season. Rams and 49ers, no surprise. Both 4-1. Cardinals 0-5, also not a surprise. They might be on the fail for Arch Manning train. The march to Arch, as they say. So, there are 6 teams at 4-1, and the Browns are one of them. Look at all of these, just for fun. The Browns second in points scored, only behind the Bengals, who dropped 59 on us. So we have scored a boatload of points, but we are also giving up the most points again because 59 of them got scored against us. So that's a little bit about how we are looking statistically here on the channel. Guys, you are the absolute best. I do really appreciate it. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. The new one I picked up today, I appreciate you as well. You guys are just the best. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, whatever you might get into. A lot of fun sports this weekend. Go Jackets, go Cavs, go Buckeyes when March Madness starts. And today, as always, go Browns!